guys, I'm Lena Miculek.
And I'm Jerry Miculek.
And we're going to show you how to actually adjust a shotgun for your face. So real quick, why it's important. A standard or stock shotgun has no rear sight. So what that means is that your face is your rear sight on a shotgun. So if you want this gun to actually look where you're looking and hit what you're looking at, you have to adjust the actual stock fit to fit your body so that all those things can align. One great thing about the 940 is that all of these parts here come in the kit so that you can do just that. If a shotgun doesn't fit you, it's like shooting a pistol with a loose front sight that's just flopping around, or a rear sight that's flopping around. It's going to be a big struggle and it's not going to be very fun. So first off, how do you know if your shotgun fits you? And if it doesn't, what do you need to do to correct it? There are a few different ways that a shotgun cannot fit you. We're going to show you a down the muzzle view so you can understand, because once again, this is going to be very personal. So you're going to need to take your shotgun, mount it, smash your face down as hard as you can on the stock, and there's going to be 3 different options in what you see. One, what I see when I mount this stock Mossberg is just the back of the receiver. I cannot see the bead, which means that my eyeball is too low, so I would need to add the riser in the stock. If you smash your face down on the buttstock and it looks like the bead is up in the air and you see the entire length of the rib, then the gun also doesn't fit you and your face needs to be dropped, so you'll add the drop in the stock. And if you smash your face down on the gun and everything is perfectly flat, the rib is just a continuous line that you don't really see and all you see is the bead, that means your shotgun actually fits you, and that is our goal. So we will talk about the different spacers and risers and casts and what we're going to do to fit me and what you should probably do to fit your gun best to you. Before we adjust the stock, there's one more thing, and that is length of pull. There's a really easy test to see if the actual stock is the appropriate length for you. All you're going to do is bend your arm, and then you're going to place your stock right in the crook of your arm and grab your shotgun. For me, this is just a smidgen too long, so I am going to take out, I would say, the large spacer for me. I would rather my arm be a little bit longer than shorter. So I'm going to take the big spacer out. What do you do for your shotgun? Because I know it's drastically different. Yeah,
what you have to look at is well, to me, my first thing, I got to put drop in. I have a large face, so the gun, I need more drop to see the bead. And I put a little cast on it also. What you find, the wider you are, the more cast you might want. So automatically, I'm going to put a quarter drop and a quarter cast on it.
There you go.
And I usually leave the stock about what you see there, even though it's a little short. In action shooting, I prefer a shorter stock because some of the start positions and shooting positions are not the same as aerial shooting. I'm not shooting skeet or trap or sporting clays. I'm doing action shooting. Sometimes you bend over shooting under tables and all these odd positions. So the shorter stock, to me, benefits who I am and what I do. So that's how I set it up. So
yeah, shorter stock allows you to do more and you can get away with more than having a stock that's too long. It can be a real pain to work around. So for him and his face shape, you have to drop the stock.
I have to drop it a quarter.
He has to drop it and he adds in cast. For me and my face shape, I need to rise the stock. And I would also like to add in cast. So as a right-handed shooter, I need to add in the right cast, correct?
Yes, you do. Yep.
So I'll be adding in the right cast. I'll be removing the large spacer, and I will be adding a riser. There are 3 different options for riser. I cannot see the bead at all. It is completely behind the rear of the receiver. So do you think, which one you feeling for me?
I think the quarter.
The quarter?
Quarter's a big change on a stock.
All right. So we're going to add in all of these, show you how that works, and see if it fits. And if not, it's really easy to switch out the other risers.
Yeah, so I'm going to be the mechanic on this. So what I've got is a Phillips screwdriver. It's a regular 4-inch number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and this is a socket, a socket wrench. 3/4 is what the size is. You can use a socket and a ratchet if you want. First thing, guys, there's no ammunition on the table. We've got a totally empty magazine tube, and we've got a chamber flag in, so we know there's nothing in the chamber. I love chamber flags.
I know you love chamber.
Absolutely love a chamber flag. So we're going to start there and go ahead and pull the buttstock off.
If over time, if you find that you're removing these screws a lot and it starts to tear up the rubber on your buttstock, you can put one drop of oil in there, and then your screwdriver won't rip up your buttstock. I know that from shredding a lot of stocks.
Got to put a little oil on it.
Oh, wow, what a great idea. What a high quality product I have found. Here you go, you should use this one.
Cheese. We're going to put a little oil on the back of this Phillips screw here so I don't tear up the recoil pad, and try it again. All right, here we go. Oh yes, here we go.
What a grand idea.
Much better. What a good idea you had.
Wow.
So we're going to put the short spacer in, right?
Yes.
And we just set that on the side. Take the 3/4 knuckle wrench, right hand threads, of course.
My job here is pure moral support, if you cannot tell.
Usually when I'm working on something I know nothing about, I will feel the tension, how much torque it has on it. So when I reassemble it, I can kind of go right back to that torque setting.
Yes.
You felt that?
I observed that.
Precisely 18 foot-pounds.
I learned that, more importantly.
18 foot-pounds of energy there, yeah. All right.
Sounds about right.
All right, let's get that out of the way for a second. So when you pull the buttstock out, lock nut, and you're going to have a lock washer that goes under the nut.
And this is what we're actually switching out.
And that says what on there? 0?
This is no spacer, no cast.
Right, exactly. So what we're going to go back with...
Right spacer, or right cast, and 2.5 rise.
Rise.
And they just sit in there. We're going to switch this one out for that one. And then I'm going to take my right cast and just slide that on there. Da-da-da-da.
All right, so we've got it all lined up. Slip the assembly back in place. We've got our shim on the receiver. Slip it over give you an idea of what we're looking at here. Make sure it goes into the fit of the spacer here. And you see how it all assembles there, nice and tidy.
So tidy.
And we'll put the lock washer and then the lock nut. And we're going to achieve the same exact torque setting. Exactly. Right? All right. Also, we're going to put a little oil on these screws. They'll slip into that plastic stock a little bit easier. All right. So back we go. And see if we did our homework correctly, if it's looking the way you are looking.
I need more rise.
Let me see.
And we're learning.
Yeah, this is, yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, and now, I mean, there's so many options. Now we're going to go with option number 2. So it did help a lot. I can now see the top of the bead, but I can't fully and perfectly flatly see down the rib. But once again, taking the time to do this is one of the most important steps to shotgun shooting. Otherwise, your rear sight or your face is just going to be flying around and nothing's going to be consistent. And most importantly for me, if I continued on like that, I would always be missing low underneath my target. We forgot to put in the rise spacer on top of the cast spacer. So now we have fixed that and we're going to see what that does. I have a feeling that that's why it was still too low. Let me see. Let me witness.
Take a look.
Oh my gosh. Yep, that was it. So there you go. If you remember all the parts you're supposed to do, it works out. So now when I mount it, yep, the rib is perfectly flat. I'm not seeing the back of the receiver. I'm not seeing the rib rise up. It is correct, and now I can shoot this gun. So
cool.
There you go.
And I can't shoot it well.
Yeah.
So the cast is good. I like the cast, but the drop, I see pretty much
the entire rib.
The whole rib.
Yep.
So it would shoot very high for me. But anyway, that's the difference between face sizes and body sizes, and that's why Mossberg went to the trouble to do all this, to have you a product that you can tune exactly to you, and no reason not to have at least 2 or 3 of these. Exactly, and truly a shotgun that doesn't fit you is pretty worthless, so investing in a gun, even if it's a little bit more, just so it can fit you. True aerial shotgun shooters, they're gonna go and literally have the gun built around their bodies.
we're a little bit more baller on a budget, so this is the option for that. So hopefully that'll help you guys out and get you on the range and actually on target with your 940.